Hello and welcome to Miss Charlotte Astrology. My name is Charlotte. I'm a full-time working astrologer, and on this channel I analyze the astrological charts of public figures, and very often they are celebrities, and normally they come in the form of actors, artists, musicians, singers, and that will be the case today, as the two people I'm analyzing are both singers, and also one of them is an actor, and I will be talking about the golden couple, or well, they were the ex-golden couple, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, who spent their the latter half of their childhood and the early half of their young adulthood in an off and on relationship. I'm a bit older than these two. I was born in the late 80s, so I remember when this was going off, and I was a teacher at a middle school, and the little girls used to bring like the magazines and like used to talk about it, and I would just be like, wow, this is like Justin and Britney. This was like the Justin and Britney for the Gen Zs. So a lot of drama. Maybe even more drama. Anyway, so we're gonna have a look at it here. This has been requested for quite a long time, so I'm happy to do this for you. Before I dive in, I just want you guys to know I do offer readings. I do 60-minute one-on-one readings via Zoom, and I do 15-minute recorded readings analyzing your synastry, your whole chart, your transits. This is a recording of my voice analyzing your chart. And I do 5-minute focused recorded readings, which is a specific area of your life, a specific area of your chart you would like insight into. So if you'd like to support me, that's the best way to do it. And I also have a YouTube members for £5 a month. You can get extra content on there, and it's educational. Like I do the planets through the signs and the houses, and so I'd really appreciate if you could support me. If you can't do any of that because you don't want to spend money, that's completely fine. Please like, subscribe, comment, click the bell, help me with the algorithm. That is super important to me, and I'd be very appreciative. And watch the whole video through, because just watch it while you're cleaning the dishes or doing the laundry or something. Okay, let's have a look at this chaotic couple. So Selena is she's the inner ring with the blue. So she's the Leo rising, Leo Venus, Leo Mercury. She's a Cancer sun. She's a Taurus moon. And she's an Aries moon with a Taurus midheaven, a Taurus Mars. And then you've got Justin, who's the outer ring, and he's a Scorpio rising. You can see that Pluto and that North Node on his rising. He's got a moon in Libra. I share those placements with him, and a Virgo midheaven. I share all those placements with him. But he is a Pisces. He's a Pisces sun and Venus, and then he's got a Mars and Mercury in chaotic Aquarius. So we're going to have a look at this couple's chart. It looks really, really intense. Let's move down. Exotic love. Selena's Leo stellium in Justin's 9th house. The 9th house, guys, is the exotic house of the foreigner, of far off distant lands. And if someone is in your life and they fall into your 9th house, they're going to take you on an adventure. They're going to teach you something, right? And I think Selena was almost like a bit of a fantasy for him. So her placements, her beautiful Leo placements, her rising, her Venus, her Mercury, and even her Chiron play out in this 9th house. Him being with her made him philosophize. It made him more thoughtful. I mean, you could argue that he was very thoughtless, but he was on a lot of drugs. Okay. But being with her opened up his whole world, and they got together pretty young, right? Like they were in their mid-teens. So this is the magic carpet. This is the Aladdin magic carpet ride. I always tell people, when it comes to 9th house Venusian 9th house subjects, such as this, that this is the magic carpet ride. This is Aladdin on the carpet looking at Jasmine saying, "Do you trust me?" And then pulling her up and then zipping around the world on that carpet. That is this right here, and that's what they did. That's quite it's quite fanciful. It's not really grounded in any kind of reality, but it's still beautiful. It's very exotic. Now, he's got Chiron on his midheaven, so he's really, really insecure about like the way he appears to the public. He's got a lot of Pisces, which opposes Virgo. It's really awkward that his Pisces and Aquarius placements not in a nice aspect with his midheaven, because his midheaven is the boy next door, you know. Virgo midheavens, they can't behave badly, you know. It's really hard having a Virgo midheaven. It's good for work. Virgo midheavens can get a lot of work. It's a mutable earth sign. You're always going to be in, like, everybody wants you, everybody needs you. If Justin Bieber could get his shit together, like, he could go on tour tomorrow and it would be all sold out. But he's sick because he's a Pisces and Saturn's ripping through him. But yeah, he's got this midheaven in Virgo, high expectations. You can't piss, you can't shit, you can't bleed, you can't cry. You can't, because it makes you look messy and then people don't trust you. And I say that as a Virgo midheaven myself. It's a lot of responsibility, especially when you have placements that do not cooperate. They're not in trine, they're not in sextile with that midheaven. It's really awkward. And he's got Chiron up here. His work hurts him. He feels rejected by the industry that he was brought up in. Because where you have Chiron is where you face rejection. And he's got Chiron on his, like, pretty much on his midheaven. Like, in his work, he feels rejected at work. And it's sad because he loves to sing. I think he loves the creativity of it all. But the industry is a biatch. And they want him to be a Virgo, and he's not a Virgo. They want him to cooperate and people please. And he did that, and it hurt him. And he appeased and pleased people, and it hurt him. Her Virgo Jupiter is here. And when someone has a nice, lovely, like, abundant planet like Jupiter or a Venus or even a Sun sitting on your midheaven, you guys coming together is going to do wonders for the midheaven person's reputation. So with their relationship, Selena made him look good. He did not make her look good. She made him look good. She's the jewel in the crown. Whenever I see a couple, and an example of this is Princess Catherine and Prince William. There's a Jupiter midheaven conjunction thing going on that's very similar to this. She makes him look good. You know, like the way Catherine makes William look good, Selena made Justin look good with that Jupiter on his midheaven. When he got her, it was like, yeah, bro. You know, like, good on you. So, I'm so awkward when I'm trying to be cool. This is why I'm a high school teacher and not a student anymore. Yeah, bro. Anyway, yeah. So this is, it's beautiful and it's painful. It also Jupiter on the Chiron is just gonna, like, it's gonna make him look good. It's gonna make him look, like, glorious and give more honor to his name and reputation. But it also blows up that Chiron. He's already really insecure about how he appears to the world, and being with Selena is going to give him more scrutiny. The Jupiter's a magnifying glass, so yeah. Also, his vertex is in Cancer. His vertex is in Cancer, and I know that her sun is not on his vertex, but they are occupying the same sign. So, and vertex is the soulmate placement, right? Like, it's your second descendant. And from what I've read, if someone has a placement in the same sign as your vertex or on your vertex, they could be your soulmate, but they could also, this could be a very highly combustible relationship. Kaboom. And that's what this was. So, and that's in his 8th house as well. Her sun is in his 8th house of marriage and shared resources. Oh, so this is so deep. So deep. Oh, look how cute they were together. Oh, babies. They were so sweet. They do look cute together. Ending family cycles. Justin, Scorpio, Juno, Jupiter, Pluto, and North Node in Selena's 4th house, where she has Pluto as well. So in my previous reading with Selena Gomez, I said she's the family cycle breaker. Her parents were teenagers when they got together. His parents were teenagers when they got together. So her Pluto in the 4th house indicates that she's either going to have her own family and give them a whole new karma, or she's just not going to have kids at all. So she can just, like, you know, let's just like end this. The family lineage done. Either way, the karma the karma stops with her. Now, with Justin, there was an opportunity for that karma to perpetuate, because they could have got married. I mean, they wouldn't have been teenagers if they got married in 2018. They would have been in their 20s. But Justin saw the opportunity to, in his mind, fix himself, heal himself. Like, if I get with Selena and I put a ring on it, you know, we can make this work, and we can build a family, and like I can get right with God, and you know, all of this. um you know, and from her perspective, you know, if from her perspective, if I marry Justin Bieber, if I marry this man, I might be perpetuating the family cycle. Not in terms of financial difficulties, not that, but in terms of like the toxic relationship between her parents, that would have perpetuated, and the toxic relationship between his parents, that would have perpetuated. I think it's already kind of perpetuated with his relationship with Haley anyway, but I think it was a painful decision and the right decision to not marry him. And that was really hard because he's got all these placements in her fourth house. He's got Jupiter in her fourth house. Like, they would have had a great big family together. Juno and Jupiter are married in the chart, but they're retrograde. That's a disappointing marriage. I mean, it's there for a really long time. Like, North Node with the two marriage placements, and Pluto, because it governs Scorpio, and this North Node isn't Scorpio. This is marriage. Yeah. They could have built a family together, but I don't think it would have been functional. So this was really, really painful for her to say no to him, because I don't think he was willing to. He was very young as well, not ready to work on his problems, because in his mind, getting married, that's working on my problems. If I get married, I'm going to be healed and I'm going to get saved. His moon is in her third house. Like, that's a nice friendship placement. Third house placements are like friends, bum chums. That's cute. But yeah. She ended the family cycle, and I think he perpetuated his to an extent. They both are very similar. They both had, like, teen parents and no money. And then they have all this money. They come into all this money from working as children, and then, the toxic cycles of their parents still play out. So she did the right thing by not marrying him. Yeah. Her vertex is in Sagittarius. Selena's vertex is in Sagittarius. Who's a Sagittarius? Haley. That cataclysmic energy that I talked about? Let me know if I should do a Haley and Selena synastry. Let me know in the comments, please. Complicated associations. Justin's Aquarius, Mercury, Mars in Selena's 7th house. This is not fun, my friends, because we're in a relationship. If someone's Mars, which is the planet of war and sex, and it's kind of chaotic, right? It's malefic, falls into the other person's 7th house of peaceful partnerships, there will be messy associations. There will be friendship drama around this couple. Look at Harry and Meghan. Meghan's Mars, her Mars falls into his 7th house. How many people protested when they got together? Like, people in his close circle, right? And doesn't necessarily mean like this is a conscious thing. Like, Justin didn't get with her and was like, yeah, I want you to end all your friendships and I want you to have drama. It's just an energy that's there. This is just like a situation. This is situational. And this is his 3rd house. His 3rd house lines up with her 7th house. They're both social houses. So because he's got a Mars and Mercury in the 3rd house, he has a lot of collaborators. He's got a lot of colleagues. He's in a very like tight-knit community of very chaotic, creative Aquarius energy. And this impacts her 7th house of partnerships. And I'm not surprised that she actually got with Benny Blanco, because, I mean, they probably knew each other for a really long time, but it's very messy. It's very incestuous, this energy here. It's chaotic. It's incestuous. She got with Benny Blanco, and Benny Blanco and Justin Bieber are collaborators and friends, or were friends, for many years. So, there's already many, like a lot of malefics with the 7th house. Her Saturn sitting on his Mercury and Mars, she's going to hold him accountable. When he cheats or talks badly or anything like that, she will hold him accountable. Being with Selena was very restrictive for him, and maybe he kind of needed it. But yeah, if someone's Saturn sits on your personal placements, like a Mars, being with them, they're going to try and hold you in. Like fencing a Brumby. It's like fencing a Brumby. The Saturn is the fence. Mars in Aquarius is a Brumby, or a wild horse, right? And I think she also would have told him to stop hanging out with certain people. I don't want you around these people. And he's an Aquarius. You think an Aquarius, Mars and Mercury is going to listen to his girlfriend? Absolutely not. He doesn't even listen to his wife. So, yeah, this is messy. He's a Mercury retrograde as well. His Mercury is in Aquarius. Her Mercury is in Leo. They speak two different languages. Mercury represents communication, like your intellectual nature. And then Mercuries are opposite. Like, they don't speak the same language. They don't. I mean, I think to a certain extent they do understand each other, but they just don't. The communication is not easy between them, for sure. And these are messy social houses. Just a lot of, like, this is like all this meetup here in this Synastry. That's like the Car Jenner drama, and all that Coachella drama. It's that. So, yeah. He is a sun, and he wants children. So he's got Venus and the Sun, and he's got Saturn here, all in Pisces. So is he a family cycle breaker? She is more of a family cycle breaker. He's got Saturn in the 4th house. So where he has to learn the most things and has the most karma is around family. Okay, he's because that Saturn plays out the 4th house. So he needs to learn how to regulate his environment. He needs to know how to have like a nice clean house. He needs to learn how to raise a family, and he wants to be a father. Saturn and the Sun together, even though he's a messy ass Pisces, when you have these planets together, it makes you more responsible. And he really wanted the responsibility of having a kid, not necessarily a responsibility of taking care of his emotional health before he gets married. No, he didn't think of that. But he's like, I want a baby. I want to put a ring on this woman and live a traditional, I want to have a traditional thing, after years of throwing my pee about down hallways, I would really like to have a family now. And that's me fixing myself. Yeah, so he's got a lot of lessons around parenting, taking care of his, like, this is like a revisiting of his childhood. And he's also going through his Saturn return right now. He's got 1 more year left of it, and he's raising a baby. And I think raising a small child, and as that child gets older, he's going to be confronted with a little mini me, another version of himself. And I think a lot of the trauma is going to come flooding back to him. I think it's already started. Having a child is really difficult for him because he's going to come to the realization that he was not taken care of. He was abused, So he's got a really tough time here. Yeah. But I think he is a bit of a romantic as well. It's just these Aquarius placements. It's throwing his PP down hallways. Irresponsible. He pops off to Mars and Mercury in a conjunction Aquarius. Like, he says things that he could regret. He could hurt people with his words. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's move. Disgrace and destruction. Justin's Lilith conjunct Selena's midheaven and moon. So you know how I said earlier that her being with him made him look good? Her Jupiter on his midheaven made him, like, she gave him clout with her presence. Not the same way around, because his Lilith is on her moon. It's actually an exact, I know it looks a little bit off, but they're actually both 25 degrees in Aries. And that Lilith forms an outer sign conjunction with her midheaven. So, you know how I said in many other videos that in a straight man's chart, his Lilith placement indicates the energy of the woman that could destroy him? It's also the woman he wants to conquer. The woman that it's Lilith energy in a straight man's chart is the woman he wants to conquer, the woman he wants to own. The woman that he wants, but also the woman that he wants to destroy. And it's Aries, and she's an Aries moon. And instead of him destroying her, which he almost damn near did, she kind of destroyed him by rejecting him. And then he moved on to another Aries moon, who he then destroyed. Or, well, I could argue that this has been a very difficult marriage for her and for him. But yeah, he should probably keep away from Aries placements. One day he might end up with an Aries sun woman, and she won't play the way these women are playing. I said this is an Aries woman. Oh my God. He would not live with the crap that he has pulled, honestly. But yeah, this is not an ideal placement. Lilith on a moon in a Synastry. I'm not saying it can't work, but I've just seen so many charts. I'm like, it's toxic. And he's got Lilith in the 5th house. Fifth house is like pleasure and leisure and dating and like it's creative. I think Moon in the fifth house, like it could indicate she was a muse for him creatively. But yeah, I think so were a lot of other women. Yeah, he's got part of fortune here as well. It's very sexually potent, very sexually active, very sexually destructive fifth house, I tell you. But yeah, that Lilith on her, like very close to her midheaven, that's disgrace. Before I compared their relationship to Princess Catherine and Prince William. So in terms of like his reputation, he's a lot like Prince William, in that he was with Selena, with and that Jupiter on his midheaven making him look quite glorious, the way that Catherine makes William look good. But when you look at the synastry with her midheaven and his Lilith, that's very similar to Harry and Meghan, because Harry's Lilith is on Meghan's midheaven, which I think is also in Aries. He does not make her look good, and she's gonna get attacked and abused and berated because she's with him. He's going to get congratulated and worshipped because he got such a pretty girl, but she's going to get the fuzzy end of the lollipop with this. So this is very, very difficult. Yeah. Also, her Mars in Taurus sits in his 7th house. So they both have Mars in each other's 7th houses. So again, a repetition here of, peace, like them getting together and their peaceful partnerships turning into open enemies. So when she got with him, there were people in her camp who were like, "Are you crazy? He's a drug addict. Like, what are you doing with him?" So yeah, it's a very similar energy with their Mars placements in each other's 7th houses. People did not like them being together. There were a lot of people. They were both an it boy and an it girl getting it together, and when they got together, each of their friendship groups did not like that. So yeah, not easy. So yeah, this is their whole chart. Just observe when you look at a synastry chart. Look at the red and look at the blue. The blue is ease. The blue is like it's smooth sailing. It's gifts. It's talents. It's right. The blue is nice. Red is conflict and opposition and hard work and a lot of lessons. And if you look at the chart, they've got a lot of red. They've got quite a bit more red than they do blue. I mean, they got a lot of blue, but they got a lot of red. They're just not on the same page. So it's for the best that they didn't end up together. Yeah? Look how cute they were. Little schnookums. They were like so little. Anyway. Thanks so much, guys. That's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next reading. Let me know in the comments what other synastry charts or individual charts you would like me to do. Okay. Bye.